Season 1 unfolds as a slow-burning political and environmental thriller, stretching deeply into the heart of Brazil's Amazon and the labyrinth of Brasília's political corridors. The story begins with the inauguration of President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, a moment that brings hope to millions. Crowds gather in Brasília's vast esplanade, waving flags and chanting promises of a greener future. Lula arrives with the aura of a returning hero, one who had built his legacy on social justice and environmental protection. Yet beneath the celebration, a heavy weight rests on his shoulders. An economy desperately needing revival, a divided nation, and a global spotlight waiting for his first moves. As days pass, satellite data begins to show a surprising trend. Amazon deforestation, which had soared in previous years, suddenly drops. Environmental agencies, revived with new funding, mobilize instantly. Helicopters soar above dense canopies. Agents trek through wild, muddy forest trails, shutting down massive illegal logging operations. Bulldozers sit abandoned as the forest reclaims its space. Indigenous communities celebrate. Elders burn sage and dance traditional dances, believing that perhaps, after decades of betrayal, Brazil's leadership is finally listening. Yet in the high-rise buildings of Rio de Janeiro and the polished marble halls of Brasília, a different conversation brews. Oil executives arrive in private jets, filing into discreet meetings with senior ministers. They argue that Brazil is sitting on enormous offshore oil potential, wealth that could fix the budget, fund schools, build hospitals, and support Brazil's poorest families. Economic ministers insist that without expanding oil and gas, the country risks stagnation. Lula listens quietly, torn between two futures. A young environmental analyst named Marina Silva, not the famous politician, but a namesake working deep inside Brazil's space agency, stumbles upon internal documents that outline plans for a series of offshore oil auctions. More alarming, she discovers plans for a massive natural gas pipeline expansion slicing dangerously close to indigenous territories. She feels a familiar sting of betrayal. She thought the new administration meant real change, not hidden agendas. While patrolling field stations, Marina meets Tiago, a determined investigative journalist known for exposing corruption. She hesitates at first, fearing consequences, but eventually shares what she has found. Tiago, sensing a seismic story, pushes her to dig deeper. Together they uncover encrypted emails, suspicious project proposals, and maps dividing the rainforest into potential energy corridors. Meanwhile, protests erupt across Brazil. Students paint murals of burning forests. Scientists gather outside ministries holding signs showing melting glaciers and rising seas. Indigenous leaders march with feathered headdresses and painted bodies, chanting against oil exploration near the mouth of the Amazon River. Their message is simple: the forest is life. Lula faces enormous pressure from every direction. Environmentalists accuse him of hypocrisy. International leaders express concern. But governors from oil-rich states insist that the country cannot turn down the wealth beneath its waters. "We need jobs, not dreams," one governor declares in a heated meeting. Lula rubs his forehead, exhausted, aware that every decision he makes will shape Brazil's future for decades. As Marina and Tiago push deeper into their investigation, they face real danger. Strange cars begin following them at night. Marina receives anonymous messages. "Stop digging." Tiago's editor warns him that political forces are tightening their grip on the newsroom. But they continue, driven by truth. Mid-season, Brazil celebrates a major environmental milestone. Deforestation numbers hit their lowest in years. International praise floods. Lula stands at global climate conferences, presenting Brazil as a model for green leadership. Cameras flash. Applause roars. But backstage, ministers,